go on your laptop and look at the live stream, you can see your video and mine, and
Yeah, I can do that. I can go on my laptop and probably do it.
I'm gonna double check it here.
Try which laptop I want to go on. Yeah, hold on, I got two of them.
Okay. I got the live stream open in a separate window, so
Okay, so I can probably see the live stream on this, on my laptop. I don't have a
yeah.
good quality on my laptop. I have a piece of tape over my laptop camera. That's why you know, which is probably fine on me anyway.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I just
And
got
somebody
this.
said that.
I got this streaming on YouTube only, not because I could have done Facebook and YouTube, but I figured
Yeah.
it's easier just to do one.
Okay. Maybe you'll
So
get a lot of attention. Hopefully, people need to know the truth of what's going on.
I just figured because people are saying this, that, and other about today's protest, and since I didn't make it down there myself, because like I said, I slept in too late, and then I saw the weather was kind of shitty, so I just didn't go.
You need to come to more protests, man. You learn a lot. I've met some people. I've talked to a lot of
Well,
people.
I was up too late last night, and I didn't wake up in time, so
I got a pastor from some, I forgot where he's from, right there in Lansing. I got my phone number. No, in Flint. He's got my phone number now. I guess he's doing protest at a abortion clinic in on Flushing Road somewhere in Flint. So he wants me to join him. So yeah,
all right.
you got to get out and
Basically,
meet people.
just start off from the beginning. What happened today, and what was everything like?
Well, we came to Lansing today. Our goal was to what's the right word? Not infiltrate. Liberate Michigan. You know, try to get freedom back to the people, to get rid of this, stay-at-home bullshit, and not necessarily to get governor out of office today. But we came to Lansing today, a bunch of patriots, to liberate Michigan of the tyranny. So, and we did. So, 858 was passed, and I guess the lockdown's no more, from my understanding.
Uh, if
But
you
she can't
watch,
extend it.
well, if you watch that video I sent you from that senator or that state
Uh-huh.
representative, he said that what was it? The uh, state of emergency as of midnight tonight, whether she signs that bill or not, is done.
Good.
But the stay-at-home order until the 15th still goes on.
It cannot
But
go beyond May 15th, from my
yeah,
understanding.
but yet
That's
she's already at Channel 7 put it up a little while ago. She's trying to make it to the 28th now.
She can't do it. We overrided it.
Well, she supposedly extended it already, so
She can't. It's
that's
done after May
well,
15th.
that's the reason for them taking her to court. They said if she tries to extend it again, they're taking her to the Supreme Court, and that's what she did. So that's the next step.
Yeah, I didn't hear she extended it
Yeah, it was about an
again.
hour ago, about an
So
hour or so ago.
what to what? May 28th?
Yep. So because she did that, now they can take her to the Supreme Court.
She just ain't gonna stop. Well, we're gonna take it to the Supreme Court and we're gonna sue her. That's it.
Yep.
But that one video where you see me for like a few seconds on the floor, that was actually I was in a Senate gallery. I was just outside the doors where the Senate was, and they were voting on provisions of the Senate Bill 858.
Oh, I can actually see the chat through the program I'm using to live stream this. So, Jason, I can see your comments in there.
I can't get my laptop on.
So,
Okay. Try to get my laptop on. Hold on. But that one video where it's like 19 seconds long, I was just outside the Senate door. They were only allowing 22 people in at a time because of the COVID-19. So, and they're allowing people in there with guns too. But
Joel Aldrich says it's okay, hang in there. We're all in this together.
so we are getting some fans. How many people?
Um, 4, but I'd say 3 because I have it open so I can monitor it on a separate window. So really, we got 3. I'm assuming. Jason, are you still there? Just type anything if you're still watching. Anyway, continue with what you were saying about what was going on, about how things were today.
Well, what do you want to know?
Just anything. I mean, people were saying it's not peaceful. They were bitching about the people about the guns.
Oh, Jesus. There was a station, I'm not sure which station in Detroit was saying it. Well, chaos ensured inside the house today. No, there was no fucking chaos. There was one person arrested. He was a leftist that attacked. I didn't see the actual what happened, but from talking, I talked to a couple of guys at the Michigan militia. I talked to a couple other guys, and they said that this guy, he was a leftist, counter protester. He came there and he allegedly stole some kid's little kid's flag, and then assaulted somebody. I think it was the dad or something. I'm not exactly sure.
Well,
but then the dad,
actually, you
and
had
some
one.
defense
You had one
attorney-
before that. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook of the screenshot I took. You had another one where that guy was filming that guy getting arrested. So that was number 2.
there was 2 arrests today.
You got one on video, and I took a screenshot of it. You weren't next to the building. You were like in front of it, walking up to it. And it was a
Yeah.
guy with a video camera filming the guy getting arrested, and I heard he assaulted some. You said he assaulted somebody.
It's the one guy I'm talking about.
No, it's a different guy. Unless they moved him to a different spot.
They
And you-
moved him. I don't know. They took him inside the building.
No,
The
this
guy
guy,
that
this
died
guy,
didn't get arrested.
the first one was outside.
Yeah, this guy was outside. I seen him get arrested outside, and then
Well,
they
no.
took him into a building.
There was a different one. There was a black guy filming with a video camera out in the open. It wasn't next to the building. It was a different one. You-
I don't know about that one.
You got it on video. You walked right by him and you said, "What's going on here?"
I only know of one arrest. So
Maybe you forgot then because there was 2. It was in your video.
Oh.
It was in a separate video.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. The
No,
one
no,
in
no.
my video.
It was in a separate video from where you talked to the Michigan militia guy by the building.
That might have been the same guy, Andy, but a different video.
If they moved him somewhere else out in the open, outside, then yeah, it was probably the same guy.
They moved him into the Senate building.
No. This guy was outside. That's what I'm saying.
And they moved him
They-
where?
both videos, you were outside. You were not inside.
I was inside the building today videotaping. I did a live streaming right inside.
When you got the 2 people that got arrested, you were outside both times.
I only got one person.
Here.
No, there was the same person, Andy, because they moved him from the outside into the inside. That was
But-
the same person. I only got one arrest on camera.
In your video, he was outside both times.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to send you the screenshot on Facebook. Because, whoops.
I only seen one person get arrested. That's what I'm saying.
Hopefully that doesn't interrupt your video
Yeah, that's
feed.
the guy I seen get arrested. They moved him inside the building.
But that was taken outside, and then you had another video where you were next to the building. You were not inside yet when you were talking to the Michigan militia guy when there was somebody getting arrested.
I did 2 videos on the same guy then. I thought I only
Apparent-
did one video.
Then you must have, because,
Okay, but there was only one guy I seen get arrested.
well, okay then.
I must have did 2 videos on the same guy then. I forgot. I did so many videos. I forgot. I only see the one guy get arrested. So it's actually, allegedly what happened. He was a counter protester. He took some kid's flag and assaulted somebody. And there was one guy bleeding. It wasn't the kid. It was somebody else. I
Well,
think it was a or something. I'm
the
not
one-
exactly sure.
the screenshot I just sent you was from your video before that, and you said, "Hey, what's going on here?" And when you walked up by him. So I don't know if you saw that guy first there and then saw him again by the building, or what. But
That was the same guy, Andy. I only see one person get arrested.
well, then apparently you saw him in 2 different spots. That's all. That's anyway.
I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
Whatever. So yeah, they moved him inside the building, and Sheriff Clark from Wisconsin, he was there.
You talking about David Clark?
Is that his name? The black guy with the cowboy
Yeah,
hat.
Sheriff David
Yeah,
Clark. I think his name
yeah,
is David.
he was there. I didn't get him on camera. It was started raining. I didn't get a lot of stuff on camera because of the rain. It was coming down harder sometimes, but I stayed out. And my sweater got soaked. I had to go to my car and get another jacket. But
See, that's another reason why I didn't go is because I didn't want my camera getting ruined in the rain. So,
it doesn't stop patriots. You got to go to more protests and get out there and
well, I know,
meet
but my
people.
intention was to take video and pictures of the thing. But with it raining that bad, I don't want my expensive camera getting ruined.
I know, but there's so many people. You got to get out there and you know meet more people like I did. I got a connection now with this guy, this pastor in Flint. He wants me to come out and protest at an abortion clinic sometime. I guess he's not working right now. I guess from my understanding, he's out there every day. Some abortion clinic on our Flushing Road. I think he's got my phone number. I think the other pastor gave him my phone number. So, and a couple other protests. I was at 2 protests last week. I met these guys from Illinois. They allegedly came up from Illinois in support of us, I guess.
Now, I could hear people honking and whatnot because there was also an Operation Gridlock 2.0 going on at the same time, wasn't there?
There were some cars in the street honking and driving up and down the street honking it. There were some guys on the sidewalk waving their "Don't Tread on Me" flags and just waving flags and stuff like that. But I
Now,
wouldn't say
the other thing people were saying was, oh, this was a Trump rally, all because a couple people
No.
decided to have Trump flags.
Well, we support the president because he's a patriot. He's standing. We got a president in power that's standing for the people. Okay, that's why we're just supporting him. This was not a Trump rally. I'm going to defute all these claims by the left that say that, oh, this is a Trump rally, or it's a bunch of militia members coming in there, a bunch of white supremacists. Bullshit. I'm hoping to refute these claims and people get out what really happened today. I was there. I know what happened.
Now, there was another claim, and I was arguing back and forth with somebody online about this earlier, saying that it was all white people there.
Bullshit. It was not all white people there. There was some blacks not too far from me trying to get in the building. Some black women, they had open carrying their guns. There was a Latino guy who hit with his rifle. I'm not going to say assault rifle, but his rifle strapped on him, getting in there. There was an Asian woman, I think she might have been Filipina, with her white husband. They had the guns on them trying to get in there. So this is a white supremacy bullshit. There was all kinds of races in there. So I'm going to just defute that.
And
And
people were,
defute the claim that there's a lot of militia in there. There was a few Michigan militia guys in there.
well, people were also saying, oh, why did they have the guns? And all these stories are saying people stormed the Capitol. And I kept on telling these people, nobody stormed anything. I even saw another video from somebody else. He clearly stated they allowed 200 people that were armed into the building.
That's exactly correct. I don't know exactly how many people was armed, but
He
allowed.
he said about 200.
Okay, well, I don't know the exact number, but
And
we did not
that
storm in there, running in there with our guns, just trampling over people and trampling over the police. And making it sound like we.
Here's
that's
another
not what
thing.
happened.
There was a member, I don't know if she was part of the House or the legislature or the House or the Senate, but she took a picture, pointed up toward the balcony, and there was actually, I think there was a couple of Michigan militia guys standing on the balcony, or at least there was a couple of guys with rifles, like 4 of them, and they were yelling down at her, yelling they're open it up or whatever they were yelling, and she's like, oh, a couple of us have our bulletproof vest on because of these people with rifles yelling at us, that we have them on for our safety. And she was like, she was saying that, oh, eventually these guys are going to take over the place, pretty much. She's like, inevitably they're going to take over. So we have our bulletproof vest on for our safety.
Thinking we're going to storm and throw them out?
Probably. That's what her assumption was, I'm assuming.
Well, I don't know what the hell she's thinking, but there was a few guys on the balcony. There were some Michigan militia members on the balcony. I was on the balcony too. I was with.
Oh,
I stood right next to the militia guys on the balcony.
on that note, there was also a picture from somebody in their office, and she was at her desk, and she was wearing a bulletproof vest.
I didn't see any politician with the bulletproof vest on, but I didn't get right into the Senate where the Senate was, so I don't
Well,
know.
most of them, they probably, if they had them, you wouldn't see it anyway because it'd be underneath their shirt. But the one picture, you could clearly see it under the lady's shirt. She had it on, or
Okay, maybe she did.
she had it over her shirt, but she was in her office at her desk.
Okay.
And the one lady I was talking about that pointed at the people at the balcony was like, "Oh, it's inevitable that they're gonna storm this area and take over." And
Well, what is she? The thought police?
she basically
What
thought the
kind
people
of
with rifles were basically gonna hold everyone hostage. I guess.
You know what they did back in the 1700s and the 1800s at the state legislators in different states? They stormed the buildings with guns, or they walked in there with guns. That's what they did. We didn't do anything differently than what our founding fathers would have done back in those days. We did nothing differently. Oh, they had muskets back then, and today we have AR-15s. Oh, technology changed a little bit, and technology is so advanced. The government is far ahead of the weapons that we have. Okay, let's get that straight. Back in the day, the government had muskets. We had muskets. Today, the government has far advanced weapons than we have.
Well,
and we got AR-15s and
in the
AK-47s.
in the chat, Joe Aldrich makes a good point. Says most hollow points will pierce most body armor. You are correct. You get most rifle hollow points, they will pierce this. You know, they'll pierce this cheap ass body armor that people buy all the time and think they're safe. Yeah, it'll stop certain stuff like handguns and whatnot, but you get a high powered rifle round, it's going right through that.
You found what a high-powered rifle is.
What?
Define what a high-powered rifle is.
I mean,
What do you mean high-powered?
not it's not necessarily a rifle that's high powered, it's the round. I mean, most AR-15 rounds that go through cheap body armor, if they're hollow
body
point,
armor? Yeah.
which is probably what they were wearing. The ones that were wearing it. But it's just, I'm just getting tired of seeing all these headlines about people storming and they show the picture of the guy screaming in the cop's face and, oh, does this look peaceful to you? I'm like, okay, that's one
That guy-
asshole that I don't agree with.
That guy you seen scream at the cops, I met him at a couple of protests last week. I'm not going to say his name on public. I sent you. I told you what his name was on phone, but I'm not gonna say what his name was because we're on live right now. I'm not gonna say what his name was. But I met that guy, that actual guy that was screaming at the police. I met him in a couple of protests earlier at the governor's mansion and another protest the day before.
Yeah.
I've actually talked to him a few times off camera. He's a pretty chill guy. He screams and yells a lot, but he's a pretty cool guy.
Well,
he's not a violent type.
I don't necessarily agree with him getting into that cop's face. He shouldn't have done that, but because that obviously that paints a negative picture in light of what's going on.
It doesn't matter. The liberals are going to paint anything negative. They're painting negative.
Well, I know, but
I mean,
someone taking a picture of him doing that is basically giving them a reason to say it wasn't peaceful and run with it.
There was probably leftist journalists in there. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I heard some buzzing. There was probably leftist journalists in there taking pictures of us, trying to work against us. There was a journalist in there right by the Senate door. I think he was a lefty. He just sitting there doing his thing on his laptop, and people were trying to talk to him, and he was like, you know. So I don't know. Just trying to, you know.
Another thing I was arguing with people about, they kept on saying, "Oh, all them people should be arrested." I'm like, they're not doing anything illegal. Their Second Amendment right guarantees them the ability to walk in there. And then here, another guy was saying, "Oh, they can't walk into the Capitol with guns." I'm like, the Michigan State Capitol, it's allowed. It's allowed.
It's a state building, not a federal building.
Now, this guy also said in Chicago you can't do that.
Well, it depends on Illinois state law.
Or they said Illinois in general, you can't walk into the Capitol with a gun. But that's Because Illinois
Well,
has
Illinois is
shit.
not an open carry state.
Exactly.
Illinois is not an open carry state, and their capital's in Springfield, not Chicago, but it's still a state capital. Illinois, open carry, they need to bring all states open carry. Because the first thing about banning guns is first they ban open carry, and they just ban this and ban that.
What?
It's ridiculous.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hang on a second. What?
What?
Okay, whatever.
Whatever what?
I don't know, Chaz. Oh, all right, keep going.
Happening with you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to refute these claims that we stormed the Capitol. The police let us in. I walked, they were letting a few in at a time. They seen our guns. I walked up right past they had like 5 or 6 officers as I was coming in. There was another 2 inside. And there was one officer that was taking our temperature with that thing they put on your forehead,
What,
Yeah,
did they do that to everybody that went in there?
Yeah, the state cop, he seen me open carrying my gun right on my side. And the state cop, he looked right at me. He's like, "Can I take your temperature?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he did. He put the thing on my forehead, and I was good to go. And I walked in. And when I walked in, there was another female officer. And she said, "Hey, just go this way and go up the stairs, and I'll take you right to the gallery where the one side was the House of Representatives and the other side was the Senate."
Yeah, that's yesterday. That's the House side is where that lady that she got assaulted and thrown out just for trying to obtain a press pass to get into the House. Part of it. She had one that
I
was
wasn't there
approved.
yesterday.
She
I heard
had
about the
well,
assaulted.
she had one that was approved for the Senate. They didn't tell her she needed a separate one for the House. And while she was trying to get it, the Capitol Security and the Red Coats, they assaulted her. They bashed her head into a bench. They almost dislocated her shoulder. She was bleeding. And, she had
I heard
PTSD.
somebody was assaulted.
Yeah, she had PTSD from a rape attack from a while back, and she had a major panic attack because of that, because the guy wouldn't get away from her.
Jesus.
So that assault pretty much triggered a panic attack because of her PTSD from her rape and assault that she had.
Well, that's why when all those speakers were coming up today, they had the Michigan militia up there working as a security for the speaker.
I mean, that's understandable.
And I mean, I'm not sure what videos you've seen, but when you notice when Sheriff Clark was up there and there's a few other people up there speaking,
I didn't see any videos of anybody speaking yet.
well, they're up there. Clark was there speaking. They're out there somewhere. Just got to look for it. But the Michigan militia, they brought them in as a security force for the speakers. Because there's probably a few leftists out there.
They were there in general to make sure things didn't get out of hand. Not necessarily for the.
Like the media is putting it out to be. They're
Yeah.
making it sound like freaking chaos, and it
They
wasn't.
They weren't there necessarily for certain people. They were just there in general to make sure things didn't get out of hand.
Good.
Because they were there the last time on the 15th.
Yeah, I seen them there on the 15th. There was a couple small protests. One a week later, after the 15th, if 20 people showed up, and there was like 100 people at the governor's mansion the next day, but that was it.
There was one yesterday too. That's the one where that lady got assaulted.
I wasn't there yesterday. I think there was one on the 28th. I didn't go to that one either.
I guess they had a vote yesterday, and that's why she was there to cover it. And they were denying her access to it, and then they assaulted her and whatnot. There was a couple people assaulted. I seen the videos of it. 2 different videos.
That's probably why we brought in the militia.
Yeah, they weren't. I don't think they were there yesterday. The militia.
I don't know. I wasn't there yesterday.
So, but
Philippine is like a hop, skip, and a jump from where I'm at. It's like 25 miles away.
anything else happened yesterday?
Today or yesterday?
Today? I mean, today.
Well, I get home and I get on Twitter and I see that there was the number one thing on Twitter today, and the number one thing probably on social media today is everybody's looking at Michigan. it's just millions and millions of people looking at Michigan. I'm seeing all the tweets, and I've seen one video that got 4.7 million views on Twitter. So it's Michigan is the talk of the town on social media right now, and people are getting this fake agenda in their head that a bunch of gunmen, stormed the house and threatened all these politicians, and that's not what happened. It was very peaceful, and I'm here to spread the word that it was very peaceful. I was there.
Since you seem to have a bigger following on Twitter than I do, why don't you share this on Twitter as well?
I ain't got that many people on Twitter, Andy. I got 25 people following me. I just had a new account put up.
Well, share it wherever you can, because Joe Aldrich says to everyone else, click like to help push the video later in YouTube. Do that. I'm not counting you. I think you got it on your laptop, and so do I. Got it up so I can monitor it. So we got 6 people watching this right now.
People need to know what really happened, okay? I was there right on the front lines. I was there, and other people are watching it on TV. They think, oh, this is what happened. No, I was there. I know what happened. And the truth needs to get out, what really happened. So I don't know how viral this video is going to go, if it goes viral or whatever. But
well, now we have 7 people watching.
You know how Silicon Valley is. So, they don't like to tell the truth.
Anybody that's watching this right now, share it on all of your social media. Get more people in here.
And some of my tweets are going viral because I posted a video using the hashtag. The stupid liberals started a hashtag Michigan terrorist, and I posted a video on there just trolling them a little bit. My Twitter's been blowing up all night.
Mike Barron, if I say anybody's last name's wrong, forgive me. Mike Barron says, "Dear Gretchen, us Wolverines are leaving our dens. No cop will enforce your extension order, and many businesses are reopening. What you gonna do?"
I seen him in my. I seen that same guy in my comment section. He comes in once in a while. But watch out for our Dark 6151. He's a troll. He's been trolling me the last week or two.
Yeah, that's what Mike said a little while ago. He says, "Is troll Dark 6151 here?"
Yeah, he's been trolling me for the last couple of weeks with that gridlock stuff. So just watch out for him. He likes to start shit.
But to answer John's question, who I used to do the One Real Talk podcast with, John asked, "So what happens tomorrow?" Well, whether the governor signs this bill from the legislative house not extending her executive order or her powers, whether she signs that bill by midnight or not, from my understanding, the state of emergency is over as of midnight, but the stay-at-home order continues until the 15th. And if she tries to extend it, which she already has tonight, she's trying to extend it to the 28th. So if she tries to extend it past the 15th, they're going to take her to the Supreme Court and sue her. So since she's already trying to extend it to the 28th, that looks like it's what's going to happen. They're going to the Supreme Court to try and sue her.
That's exactly what they did against the Illinois governor, J.B. Pritzker. They had to take it to the Supreme Court to stop him. So the Illinois stay-at-home order is now done because they got him to stop. So, and that's what's going to have to do with our governor. These Democrats, they just don't stop. They have to be stopped by the Supreme Court.
But that's another thing. People are like, "Oh, she's the governor. She can extend it if she wants." No, she can't.
No, she can't.
She can't.
Do these fucking idiots understand anything about constitutional law? We got powers in place so the government and the governors and the president don't have too much power. That's why we have a legislator and a Senate and this and that,
right. Keep going. I got to do something right quick. Give me a minute, but keep talking.
All right. I don't know. What are you doing? Okay, it looks like Andy left. So I just wanted to, if anybody's watching, I just want to dispute the claim of armed patriot, or what are they saying? They got the hashtag going around Twitter right now, Michigan terrorist, and I'm so ashamed to be an American right now because of all these terrorists that went in there and intimidated Gretchen Whitmer and all this shit, That's not what happened. We did the same damn thing our founding fathers would have done.
Joe Aldrich says, hope Michigan citizens attempt to recall your governor. That's the plan. I mean, there's a lot of people, though, that are sheep that are following, and oh, you're doing a great job, this, that, and other. Just stay home. You name it. That's what's going on, and it's ridiculous because they're delaying the inevitable by these stay-at-home orders. People that are going to get it are going to get it regardless whether it's
The numbers
now
are
or down the road.
the numbers are falsified.
Well,
They
yeah,
look at anything. Why are they laying off people at hospitals? You know why? Because of the staying home stuff. People are staying home. They're not going to the hospitals. They're not at work getting injured. They can't be in car accidents because they're all at home. All
Well-
these million people are staying home. That's why the hospitals ain't filling up.
Not
That's
only
why they're
that,
laying off most
not only
stuff.
that, but they are listing every single person that dies as COVID-19.
Exactly, trying to play with the numbers. It's trying to make it worse than what it really is.
And
It's got a 99.7% survival rate.
even if the person has COVID-19 and they die of something else, like a heart attack, cancer, whatever, they're listing it as COVID-19 because it contributed. It's not what actually killed them.
It's ridiculous. I
But
don't trust these numbers.
you have a 99.5% chance of surviving it unless you have a major underlying condition.
Mhm.
It's going to contribute to killing you, but it's not going to be what actually kills you. And this whole thing about herd immunity is real. You know, you stay at home, the longer your immune system is going to get weaker because you're sanitizing everything and you're doing this and doing that. And the whole wearing a mask is not good because, what is it, carbon dioxide that you breathe out, you're breathing back in when you wear a mask. And you're breathing back in less oxygen, therefore it's going to make your breathing worse and make it harder to breathe. So that's why the CDC said it's not, it's pointless to wear a mask because you're making it worse on yourself.
I don't trust everything the CDC says.
And then
It's
you get places like Menards. They, if you are medically unable to wear a mask, if you
Yeah.
tell a business that, they legally cannot deny you access if you are medically unable to wear one, and Menards is still turning people away even though they're medically unable to wear a mask.
They can't do that. There was a woman a couple days ago I heard that got denied out of Home Depot. They would not let her in.
And Costco
Sues Home Depot.
stated as of this upcoming Monday or Tuesday, they are going to require that everyone wears a mask in their stores.
You can't do that.
So, but as Dad was saying, he said they're tempted to just go up to Costco and cancel their membership because they're paying to shop there and yet they're denying them.
I walked inside of a mom and pop grocery store a couple days ago. Nobody said anything to me. So it's a lot of these corporations that are up there, playing this, well, you're the slave card, it's ridiculous. While the mom and pop businesses don't give a damn.
Oh, I know. And like I said, I went to Meyer gas station the other day. They didn't require me to wear a mask. I went to a sub shop near me. They didn't require me to wear a mask either.
I went inside Little Caesars, got a pizza today. They didn't say shit.
No. That's what I said. If they do, just tell them that, you have a medical reason why you can't wear it. Just say that.
You can't wear that freaking thing all day. You gotta freaking breathe, man.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. That's what I would do. Just tell them you have a medical reason why you can't wear it. Yeah, you got that upside down.
I don't give a shit. Do I got it upside down?
Yes.
No, I don't. Do I? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, you did.
I got it in the mail.
Why are you wearing that anyway?
One side's got the United States flag. The other side's got the snake on it.
Now, see, what I was doing when people say, oh, you need to wear a mask, I was putting up a picture of my anonymous mask. It's a mask. They didn't say what kind of mask I had to wear. So, they just said you have to wear a mask. So I thought about maybe trying, and a friend of mine said maybe I should try and go to a store like that wearing the anonymous mask. Be like, hey, I got a mask on. I don't know if that would work, but
Why not?
they said a mask. It's a mask. So it's just, this whole crap is just getting out of control. Hey, we got 10 people watching this now. So
I gotta freaking breathe, man. I gotta freaking breathe. I can't wear this thing all the time.
so
I
take
gotta
it up.
breathe.
Why you got it on in the first place? You're at home. Take it off.
And
But
I'm just putting an example out there.
we got 10 people watching this now.
Andy, I had hundreds in my stream. 10 people ain't nothing. Well, it's something, but
What are you trying to say is fake news, John?
better than nothing, you know.
There's a
There's gonna be some leftists coming in here. I mean, that's fine.
you got Gators Rock
Try to wake them up, you know.
Ga-
That's the
Ga-
best we can do.
Gators Rock Tim T says, "Hey Rob." You see it?
I don't know.
It says there's a Gators Rock Tim T. It says, "Hey Rob."
I got so many people following me now. I can't keep up. I don't know who that is, but I think I might have seen him before.
Somebody else said May Day tomorrow. There should be millions out protesting. Now it would have been nice, like with the first protest on the 15th. There was what did they say? Estimated over 10,000 people that showed up.
There's another protest tomorrow.
No, I don't know. He said they should, but I want to know how come the amount of people that showed up the last time didn't show up this time, for today. They showed up 2 weeks ago.
I don't know, Andy.
Because they said it was about 10,000 people in attendance that time. And this time it was, they said there was hundreds. They didn't say an exact amount. They said hundreds.
There was probably 2,000 to 3,000 there today. I seen it myself.
I mean, that's still a pretty good turnout, regardless. But, John, I want to know what's fake news.
And there was a lot of people that I seen today that I seen at the governor's mansion, and then I seen at that small little 20 people, 30 people gathering on what was it, last week or whatever. I seen a lot of familiar faces from those today. So those smaller gatherings, I got to know a few people. Like that one guy that was screaming at the cops on picture. I got to know that guy. I talked to him off camera. He's a pretty chill dude. I'm not gonna give his name out on camera, but because I don't want him to catch any negative attention. But
But what was, a week or so ago at the governor's mansion, what was with the guy with the weed whacker?
that guy I think is actually an attorney. I think I might be wrong, but he works a garden service on the side or something. I guess he wanted to. He just wanted to set an example. Hey, they're making this illegal, this illegal, this illegal. Well, I'm gonna do your lawn. The point of him doing that was we were at Governor Whitmer's mansion, and her lawn was nice and pretty, and
Of course.
yeah, but it's illegal for somebody else to do the lawn. But the governor can do her lawn, and she's violating her own orders. That's a tyrant.
She's violating her own orders by not wearing a mask when she's not even 6 feet away from her sign language interpreter.
Yep. So
And
she's putting up these orders and violating her own orders.
oh, and I saw her video from earlier today. You know that doctor that she keeps bringing on to talk during her press conferences?
Yep.
The doctor coughed all of the microphone before Whitmer took back over.
Jesus, she's such a fucking hypocrite. It's ridiculous.
Stay-at-home order is here and still... Oh, John says in Chicago, the stay-at-home order is still in effect. It's just been modified. He's in Chicago.
How are the people?
So he said they didn't get rid of the stay-at-home order. They just modified it.
Okay.
So... But, yeah, anybody else from different states want to let us know what it's going on in your state?
Well, America's coming back, and that's that. So it's starting to open up.
We still got 10 people watching, so...
People are starting to wake up, but there's still a few stupid liberals out there that, well, I'm going to stay home as long as I can. And I got to wear my mask in public and be a slave. And, well, they said to do this. I'm going to do this. They just... these people at the top, they snap their fingers and they just react.
Joe Aldrich says that he's trying to ignore most of the alleged MN, that's Minnesota, I'm assuming, governor orders. Problem is most places are open. Or problem is not many places are open. That's in Minnesota. Yeah, that's the problem. It's like even if you defy all the executive orders and go out like normal, it you can't really go anywhere. Washington opened up fishing and hunting and all parks. Yeah, we still have campgrounds that are closed. These state-run campgrounds, they're all closed. But yet you can now, we're allowed, notice air quotes, we're allowed to go to our second homes upstate now, but yet we can't go to state-run campgrounds because they're still closed.
Bullshit.
And you can go golfing, but you can't use a golf cart.
What the?
Yeah, you got to use the hand carts that you pull behind you.
How is any of this trying to stop a virus? I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Sounds like they want complete control over us. They just want to see how far they're willing to push it,
And the people wearing the masks, that's a step to see how far they can push things. See what they can make people do.
I know. When does it stop?
I mean, I don't have a regular mask like that, and I'm not going to wear one. I know a couple places I can go where I'm not required to wear it, and I'll just go to those couple places if I have to. That's fine.
People are pissed off about us storming the house. This is what happens when you push people. They push back.
Now, I heard that Kroger was requiring people to wear a mask, so you know what I did? I ordered my groceries online and got them delivered yesterday, so...
Who did you order them through?
Kroger does it through the Instacart, I believe. But the guy kind of messed up, like, he replaced a couple things, but he replaced them with something stupid. Like, I had a 12-pack of Mountain Dew on there. He replaced it with a 12-pack of Cherry Pepsi. How is that the same?
I don't know.
I had a couple TV dinners. He replaced it with something totally different. I had a hamburger helper dinner on there. He replaced it with something totally different that I didn't want. So I reduced my tip by half because of that. So if I ever do that again, I'm going to put a note on there. If they don't have what I want, just refund it. Don't replace it.
Oh, I don't know.
John, what are you face palming about now? I don't know. Can you see the comments on your laptop at all?
Yes.
Yeah, the one that says face palm, Golden Mike Podcast. That's John, who I used to do the Real Talk podcast with. He's in Chicago. He's in Chicago.
Okay, same area as Electric Messiah.
Yeah,
Chicago.
Basically, yes. That's somebody I haven't talked to in a while. He seems like he's against you now.
Huh?
He seems like he's against you now.
I don't know what's going on with Electric Messiah. He's back and forth. That guy's a weirdo. I don't know what he's doing anymore.
But I haven't done the podcast with him because I went on first shift, so I wasn't able to stay up as late as I used to, and that's why I hadn't done the podcast. So
I still got those Electric Messiah, and Joker's Wild, and all these trolls coming at me.
So I mean, did you share this on Twitter at all, or no?
I don't believe so. I don't know if I can do it off my phone.
Do it on your computer.
I don't remember my Twitter. All the numbers on my Twitter. I can't remember what it was. I got so many Twitters.
Didn't you just send that to me a little while ago?
I did it off my phone. I don't know.
I mean, you sent it to me, but what was it? Yeah, it took me a minute to even type it in. It was 6825980 was the numbers. If you're automatically, you can actually just click the thing that says share on the stream, and it'll, if your Twitter's connected to it, it should automatically open it up. All right, what we got here? Joel says, control, control, control. Virus is just a Trojan horse to steal our liberties. If we bend over to it, we will not likely get them back easily. That's the way it works.
That's why we stormed in the Capitol today.
Control of the money will be next unless Trump puts us on the gold standard, maybe. But that's the way it usually works. If you lose rights, you don't usually get them back. if you allow them to take them.
Well, you can get them back. It just takes a lot of fighting to do it.
Well, yeah, but
It takes hell and high water to get them back. It's tougher. It's easier to fight for your rights that you have right now before you lose them than to get them back. Because it's a pain in the ass getting them back. In
Yep.
California, they got a few rights back, but they had to go through hell and high water and Supreme Court this and Supreme Court that to get them. They banned. I don't know what it was with the guns in California. They banned the background check on ammunition, and they were able to get that thrown out, and they were able to get the high capacity magazine ban. They were able to get that thrown out.
all right. Mike Barron says, "My body, my health, my COVID choice. Yes, the virus is real, way overblown, fake stats, social distance or sick social experiment, seeing how far they can push and oppress us."
Yeah.
Basically, it's all about seeing what they can throw at us and what sticks and what doesn't.
And
So-
if anybody is watching, tomorrow's May 1st. If you run a small business, get back to work tomorrow. If you live in Michigan, that's the message we're trying to put out here at this protest. Sheriff Clark was trying to put that message out, saying, "Hey, if you own a small business, just get back to work and resist tomorrow." He said the word. Sheriff Clark was up there speaking. He's like, "I gotta be careful what I say. Civil disobedience, not civil unrest. Two different things."
On Facebook, the Michiganders Against Excessive Quarantine, someone just put, "Hey, our governor just went behind legislators' back and signed new state of emergency lockdown till May 28th. I
Yep,
don't know.
and we're gonna sue her, and we're gonna take it to the Supreme Court.
There you go. I'm showing that on camera right now.
She's a sneaker. She's a sneak.
So,
That's what they do. That's what the Democrats do. They try to sneak stuff in when we're watching something that's really big. They're trying to sneak something else in. You know what they're trying to do? The House, in the federal level, they're trying to pass all this gun law bullshit on right now. We're not paying attention to it because our thing is
speaking of guns, this guy was arguing with me about the people with guns. He says, no, he said something about, they're going to be the reason why I lose my rights. I'm like, how is people open carrying legally going to make you lose your rights? He just responded, no, these idiots that are pushing the limits of open carry are the ones that are going to end up causing me and you the right to carry firearms. There's a difference between a responsible gun owner that uses common sense and an irresponsible gun owner that doesn't use common sense.
just lean back and let our rights be eroded away then if he wants to. If he wants to stay home and just let the government do whatever the hell they want to
And
do. Hey,
On one of the posts, I replied with, this is the kind of story that spreads a false narrative. Those armed protesters were allowed into the Capitol building. They weren't threatening anybody. Nobody was held captive. No shots were fired. They were legally allowed to carry whatever firearm they so choose to carry. Granted, it was in a peaceful, respectful manner, completely visible. Don't believe the media lies. She said, take a look at some of the photos with them screaming in the officers' faces. And somebody else just replied, and what kind of civil society allows open weapons of this kind? Too archaic for words.
well, here's something that was going around. I don't know if it's true, but the word going around that the state police were ordered to allow us to get in the building with our guns, so liberal journalists can take pictures of us, so they can try to push an open carry ban in Michigan and use this as a narrative to try to ban open carry in Michigan.
But it's always been legal to open carry in the Capitol.
Yeah, depending on what state you're in.
I mean, in Michigan, it's always been legal.
Yeah, does.
But like I said, it has to be completely visible, and you have to do it in a respectful, safe manner.
I got a CPL. I could probably do it concealed, and
No, you got to have it open in the Capitol.
you have to have it open in the Capitol.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I had mine open.
Yeah, it has to be completely 100% visible, and you have to do it in a respectful, safe manner. That's it. You can't be like someone tried to say, oh, someone inside the Capitol was raising their gun up in the air and yelling.
I didn't see that. There's people putting out bullshit. I never seen.
There was no picture of it, but they were claiming that someone was raising their rifle in the air, yelling, open it up or whatever.
Every gun I seen in there was holstered over the shoulder. They were holding it, shoulder, barrel down. I didn't see anybody raising their damn gun up in the air, Joel
Aldrich says, no gauge backs for me, no no adjuvants,
I'm not taking no vaccine.
fetal stem cells, thimerosal, mercury, and altering our DNA. No way. For
But
religious reasons, never.
I'm saying that liberals are trying to, push this. What happened today in Lansing? We're going around. Don't know if it's true. I'm not trying to give the liberals any idea. Trying to maybe get open carry banned in Michigan. So it's just I'm not trying to give the liberals any idea. I'm just putting out what somebody was saying.
But again, anybody that's watching this, it's in the chat or whatnot, share it on your social media. Get as many people in here as you possibly can. We're down to 7 right now.
State Representative Rashida Tlaib, or how you pronounce that name, that stupid, you know who Rashida Tlaib is, right?
That Muslim biatch.
I mean, I'm not against, freedom of religious and constitutional right. That's fine, but I don't have a problem with her being a Muslim. It's just the fact that who she is. She's a big-mouthed, tyrant. Well, she was on Twitter. Well, we need stricter gun laws. If we had stricter gun laws, what happened in Lansing today wouldn't happen. This is the same bitch that got kicked out of a Trump rally.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. She stirred up the shit and got arrested, and people filmed it.
I don't know if she got arrested, but she got kicked out at least.
No, there's video of her getting arrested.
Well, I'm not aware of that, but
she was being hauled away by cops.
I seen her get kicked out of a building. I didn't see her no arrest.
No, this was outside. The one I saw was outside. She was being hauled away by police.
She was arrested somewhere else, blocking something somewhere. Maybe that's what you've seen.
Now, the one I saw was there was a video clip of her being hauled away. She was being grabbed by the arms by police, and they were dragging her away.
Okay, she was arrested a couple months back for blocking something somewhere. I don't know exactly where. I think it was down south or something.
This shit's just getting out of hand, and it's ridiculous. And did I share the video with you of how they want us to return to work?
Dad told me about it.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like, someone made a good point, coworker of mine. He asked it on the UAW page, and I don't know if they removed his post or what, but he couldn't see it for whatever reason, but other people could. He was basically wondering how long it's going to take for us to get into the building when we do go back to work. They're shooting for May 18th. But anyway, I'll give a brief summary of what you got to do. You got to walk, like our main entrance is here. You got to walk this way to a side door to go into another department next to the main entrance to go in. They have to, you got to wait in line 6 feet apart. You get a mask from somebody that's behind a plexiglass wall with a hole in it. They hand you a mask. You put it on. They ask you a list of like 6 questions. And once you do that, you got to sanitize your hands. And then you got to walk in front of a thermal scanner so they can take your surface temperature. And if it's under a certain amount, then you're free to go. You have to wear the mask all day except for eating. You can't take it off. And then when you go to leave, you have to stand by the turnstiles 6 feet apart, which as many people it's not a lot of people I work with, but there's enough where you be lined up inside of the building. And they don't want you taking your mask off until you get in your vehicle.
No, that's fucking ridiculous.
And I guarantee nobody is going to keep that mask on once they walk outside. No one's going to wear it until they get to their vehicle.
You gotta take that off once in a while. You gotta breathe,
They said they want us to leave it on unless we are eating at lunchtime. That's it. That's the only time we can take it off.
Well, you're in kindergarten, and there are kindergarten teachers.
There's one thing that's not safe. Using the bathroom. Granted, if you don't touch your mask, before you wash your hands, have you ever seen videos of when someone uses the bathroom, all the germs and the fecal matter that float through the air in most bathrooms?
Yep.
That's going to get all over the mask, making the mask more unsanitary. So how does that make any sense?
Doesn't make any sense.
And the job I do, I'm not within 6 feet of any coworker at all. even on break time, because when break time comes, I go outside. I walk outside all the way around the building to walk up front to our little store we have. I get me a pop, a coffee, a snack. Then I walk back outside all the way back to the dock. So I'm never within 6 feet of anybody unless it's our pre-shift meeting at the beginning of the shift. That's it. When I'm doing my job, the only time I'm within 6 feet of somebody is driving by them in the aisle for like 2 seconds. So it's retarded. I think people are going to put a fight up about this. The television has brainwashed, according to Joel Aldrich, television has brainwashed most people. They are treating adult citizens like little children. And Mike Barron says he lives in Tlaib's district. She was arrested at a fight for $15 rally. She used her dad's address, and non-citizen Arabs with a Michigan driver's license and voter's card all voted for her. Fact.
Wait, she did what? She voted multiple times.
No, he said. I live in Tlaib's district. She was arrested at a fight for $15 minimum wage rally. She used her dad's address, and non-citizen Arabs with Michigan driver's license and voter's card all voted for her.
So people not in this country voted for her.
Yeah, non-citizen Arabs with Michigan driver's licenses and voter cards all voted for her. That's how she got elected. All the illegals to have a Michigan driver's license and a voter ID card voted for her.
Yeah, we need
Yeah, all the people in Dearborn, or as I call it, Dearbornistan. Because Dearborn is not, I don't consider it part of our state or country anymore. It's basically like little Pakistan, so it's Dearbornistan.
It's part of Michigan still. They can do whatever they want.
I call it Dearbornistan. Yeah, Joel, correct me if I'm wrong, but someone put a video up a couple of years ago, and they were standing somewhere in the city of Dearborn, and you could just hear that call to prayer or whatever thing just being blasted throughout the city real loud. And she was like, what the fuck is this? This is America. Why do we have this? So, Joel, have you ever heard that call to prayer being blasted over the loudspeakers from the mosques at all? Am I going to quit my job, John, because of what I got to do? No, I'm not. But, I mean, they're gonna know from me and plus other people that we're not happy with what's going on. I guarantee that much.
I drove through Dearborn. I went to a Bernie rally down in Dearborn. I'm not a Bernie supporter, just seeing what's going on. What was it? March? Beginning of last month, I think. Whatever. And I drove through Dearborn and going down Warren Avenue or Michigan Avenue. It feels like you're in freaking Baghdad, Iraq.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but there was something.
Everywhere.
I want to say Dad got both of us one of these for Christmas, and it's been in the box ever since. Does this look familiar to you?
I can't see you on camera. There's a little bit of a lapse on my laptop. I won't be able to see you for like 20 seconds.
I'm holding up a coin. When you see it, let me know if it looks familiar.
Like a 15, 20-second lapse on my laptop. So what you're saying right now, I won't see for 15 or 20 seconds on my laptop.
I think it's coming up based on what I can see on your thing.
Hold it up and I'll see it 15, 20 seconds later. How about that?
I just did.
I can't see it.
Hold on, it's not there yet. There you go.
Oh, I got one of those. Okay, I see it. It was like a 30-second lapse.
Okay, Joel says they're adding the call to prayer near Minneapolis very soon. The mosques.
They already done it in Minneapolis. They had a guy said he heard it in Minneapolis. They already did it.
Yeah, and supposedly you could hear it all over the city.
I don't know. I don't live there in Minneapolis.
That's what that lady, when I saw that video from like 4 or 5 years ago, she was just standing on a random street in Dearborn. You could hear it. I mean, I'm sure she was near it, but you could hear it loud. It was just that called the prayer crap. It sounds like a wounded goat is dying.
Well, if any Muslims are watching, not to be offensive, I know freedom of religion is a constitutional right, but you
Hey,
shouldn't be shove it down our damn throats.
I'm offended that you're offended at my offensive offensiveness.
Yep.
Simply put, Minnesota has a very large Somali population. About 98% are of Muslim faith. There is a large Muslim church in Eden Prairie, Minnesota.
Yeah, I know where Eden Prairie's at. I've been to Minnesota hundreds of times, or a few times.
I don't think we didn't cross through Minnesota on the way back from Phoenix, right?
No.
I, unless I'm looking at a map, I don't know exactly where certain
You know
states
where
are in the middle.
Minnesota's at?
I'm saying where they're exactly located in the middle of the country without looking at a map.
Minnesota's next to Wisconsin, Andy.
Oh, well, okay.
You don't know where Minnesota's at.
Oh, according to Obama, the call to prayer is the most beautiful sound he's ever heard. Yeah, well, Obama was a Muslim himself. Changed my mind. Minneapolis, Somali refugees, courtesy of Billy Boy Epstein, Buddy Clinton. Shit is just getting out of hand. We're down to 5 viewers. What are you doing?
Just checking my phone real quick. We get subscribers like crazy.
Well, we're down to 5 viewers right now, so
I must be really making an impact on social media. My subscriber count is up, and my Twitter is blowing up. My Facebook, I'm getting a lot of death threats. So, whenever I get negativity like that, that means we made our point across, and our people are mad. So that's what you can expect when you push. You know, you're gonna get people to push back. So that's the way of pushing back at us.
well, hey, I got 1 subscriber
We made
because
them
of
mad.
this. Let's see, where was that at?
Any patriots out there, you know, you're gonna trigger liberals when doing stuff like this.
I don't know if this person is one of your subscribers or not, but Walter Frederick,
I don't know. I got so many coming up.
he
Don't
just
know.
subscribed to me. Well, excuse me, if you're watching Walter Frederick, thanks for the sub. All right, we're back up to 9 viewers right now. Former Governor Mark Dayton. Oh, the Somali refugees.
So, what's the video about? Just refuting the claim of what liberals are saying about this protest and what happened in Lansing today?
I told you it. I titled it "Lockdown Protest 4/30/2020."
Well, they should stop believing everything they see in the news. All these millions of people that were not there, that don't know what happened, they believe just what's on TV. And I was somebody that was actually there in the building with my gun.
Get this.
They want to know exactly what happened. Get it from somebody who was actually in the building, like me. I was in the building. I was there in person, off camera. I seen this shit in person. Okay.
Well, get this. The one story I told you about that said that people were storming, or armed people were storming the Capitol, that was from UK Times. UK.
A different fucking country, you know? They were only letting 3, 4, 5 in at a time. How was that storming the Capitol?
Yeah. And
we
it
were
was
on the Capitol lawn. We were on the steps, yeah.
And like I
They're
said,
making it sound like we trampled them. People trying to get in there.
there was one guy saying they let about 200 people in.
Okay, but they were letting us 4 or 5 in at a time.
Well, yeah, because you said they were checking your temperature and whatnot,
and then a group of us would go up the stairs, and then they would allow 4 or 5 in more.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making it sound like a couple hundred patriots just.
See, that sounds to me like what they were doing is like 4 or 5 people would be up in the balcony taking a look, and when they come down, they'd probably let 4 or 5 more go up, right? Is that?
I don't think they were doing it that way. I think they were just letting 4 or 5 in at a time, and that's it.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. I'm sure they were only limiting the amount of people up there so it wouldn't get too crowded. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Well, I'm not going to say that. It was pretty crowded in there.
I mean,
they
like
were allowing everybody in.
I mean, going upstairs.
4 or 5 at a time going upstairs, but they would back up, and then they would allow 4 or 5 more in, 4 or 5 more in, and eventually it would just keep backing up. They wouldn't. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they were limiting the amount of people at one time that could be up there, so it wouldn't get too full, right?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think that was happening. I think they were just allowing anybody in. But they're making it
Where we
sound
at?
like they're making it sound like we just ran in there, rampaging,
Well, we got
and station in Detroit, saying, "Oh, chaos." There was no chaos. There was that one little incident where the idiot got arrested for assault. That was the only chaos I seen.
well, we're up to 9 viewers. People, share this on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Share it wherever. Get as many people in here as you can, or get them to at least watch the video after this is done being live. Share it in general, because we need to refute this misinformation that people are putting out about this being a peaceful protest, because they're saying it's not peaceful and that a bunch of thugs with guns pretty much. And Michigan
I got
JP
there.
Michigan JP says, hell yeah, Raging Rob. You know Michigan JP?
I don't know.
Well, since you got a delay, it's probably not showing up yet on yours.
I see it now.
Yeah, Michigan JP. Hell yeah, Raging Rob.
Don't know who that is. Thank you, Michigan JP.
And we're down to 10 or 8 viewers now. He says, tell it like it is, Patriot. I'm guessing that's probably somebody you met recently, because I've seen all your patriotic comments. Jose
I
Mendoza.
would be surprised that
All right, we got somebody else. Jose Mendoza. Are there any hot Arabs in Michigan? Jose
exactly. Yeah, I guess so.
Mendoza. All I can say is go to Dearborn and find out.
You can also go to Sterling Heights where they got the Chaldeans.
Well, if you want the most amount of them, go to Dearborn. But anything else you want to add to this, or because I don't know how long you want to go. We've been going for almost an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half. Or we can end it. I don't know. I ain't got much else to say. Just these people, these millions of people out there.
Oh,
they're
Mike
not actually there,
Mike Barron says, yes, some hot Arabs. They won't even look at a white guy. And then Joel Aldrich says, depends on what you mean by hot. Well, hopefully none of them are married, because they'll drop the bomb on you. Haha, see what I did there?
Sure.
Their husbands might have explosive personalities. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that insensitive?
And I will say that Facebook has been taking my profiles and putting them on remembrance, like I'm dead.
Yeah, I remember I told you about that one time.
Huh?
I told you about that one time.
I know. I can't log into them. Now I got to make another profile. And I think it's a sort of form of tactic to censor me.
Well, somebody messaged me and be like, did something happen to Rob? I'm like, what are you talking about? And they told me about it, and I looked, and it says, in remembrance.
I got a few profiles like that, like that.
And they're also removing posts that are going against the information the CDC and the World Health Organization are putting out. Mark Zuckerberg even said that they are going to remove content like that.
Yeah, because we're breaking the law and trying to encourage people to break the law,
Oh, and Mary Barra, or not Mary Barra, what's her name for YouTube? What's that lady's name?
I don't know.
I can't think of the main YouTube person's name off the top of my head. She even said that stuff
Susan
like that. Yeah, her. She said that they're going to remove stuff like that too. Any videos like that.
I had a video removed. I was riding my bike. Was it last week? I think it was on Easter. It was on Easter Sunday, as a matter of fact. I was riding my bike on Easter Sunday, and I titled the video I don't know. I was encouraging people to break the stay-at-home order, pretty much. And I titled the video "Violating Gretchen Whitmer's Stay-at-Home Order" or something like that. And sure enough, what was it, yesterday or 2 days ago, this video has been removed for violating, YouTube's content, whatever.
Basically,
So,
you were inciting people to break her executive order.
yes, and because of that, they removed my video. They hit me with a warning. So,
Well, hey, last weekend,
they try to remove this video because it doesn't fall in line with, Silicon Valley standards of, their stupid Nazi standards.
well, guess what? Last weekend, I took my guitar and I went over to Jason's house and I broke the executive order until about 3 o'clock in the morning. So,
Okay. If you're a true patriot, you cannot be scared of getting censored because it's probably
So,
going to happen.
I broke the executive order for about 7 hours.
But just know, if you're getting censored and there's something you touched they don't want you to put out, or you got too close to something that they don't want you to, whatever.
Well, after we're done being live here, if this video decides to up and disappear one day,
Yep.
you know why.
They're going to send you an email saying your video violates whatever. They'll probably just put a warning on your account. They won't put a strike. So,
You didn't get a strike for that one?
no, I just got a warning.
I think if you do it 3 times, you'll get a strike.
I don't know. I just got a warning, so it wasn't a strike.
Joe Aldrich says YouTube and Google equals Big Brother Socialist Goliath Giant.
Yep.
That's basically it.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Google Hangouts. That's all connected to Silicon Valley. Facebook bought out Instagram. Facebook also owns WhatsApp. So Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google all are connected to Silicon Valley. They got a new one coming out called MeWe. I don't know if you probably heard of it. It's
What is it called?
MEWE. MeWe or something.
I thought you said wee wee.
MeWe.
Me-wee.
All Social's another one. Tumblr doesn't censor that much, but it's not that popular.
Joe Aldrich says maybe many of us will be added to the no-fly list.
Well, I don't know about that, but
And then Jose Mendoza says Rob is Silicon Valley's worst nightmare.
oh yeah, I'm liberals' worst nightmare as well. I've had a lot of liberals write news stories on me, and oh yeah, I really know how to trigger liberals. Like, okay, this isn't white supremacy. Okay, I know how to trigger them.
That's what I was telling a few people last night. We were doing a Zoom meeting, and I said, that's supposedly the white supremacist sign. Yeah,
Another
okay.
Another thing, they were calling me on Twitter, as my Twitter continues to explode because my little video I put up on Twitter of me on the Senate. I wasn't on the Senate floor. I was on the Senate gallery, and my video I posted on Twitter of that got kind of viral. I had people calling me a white supremacist.
Keep talking. I'm gonna do something real quick. Keep talking.
So I got people calling me a white supremacist. I'm not understanding how they twist the Constitution. Us trying to stick up for our rights with white supremacy when you had a black Sheriff Clark from Wisconsin was there speaking. Okay. But this was a bunch of white supremacists. They always like to use the race card, and then they call us the racists. We're the racist ones. They're the one pushing the race card. They always like to, if this was black people doing this, they would have done this. If this was Mexican, they would have done this.
Oh, there was all kinds of comments. Oh, what if this had been black people? Do you think the outcome would be the same? I said, absolutely. I said, quit bringing the race card into this.
The Black Panthers stormed the state capitol in California in 1970.
Oh, no.
The same exact way we did. They walked in peacefully.
But that doesn't fit their narrative.
I know it doesn't.
That's the whole point. You get people that are trying to throw the race card out there. What would happen if a black person did this or did that?
And then he can say, well, you fly the Confederate flag. That means you're a racist. Well, who's the one to mention a race?
Or they call it the traitor's flag. That's the other thing. They call it the
It's a
traitor's
part of the
flag.
country they wanted to break up from the rest of the country, which is pure constitutional. It wasn't, it's slavery and all this. It had nothing to do with slavery.
Somebody said you can use DuckDuckGo instead of Google for private search engine searches to stop giving Google your searches. And then that's Joe Aldrich. And then Jose Mendoza says you can thank Colin Kaepernick, Jay-Z, for the BLM movement.
I think Black Lives Matter was around before that.
And then Joel says it's in their playbook. I forgot the name they used for the strategy. Basically, accuse your enemies of the very things you do. That's reverse psychology, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I like how they try to compare this to Colin Kaepernick. Well, he didn't. He protested without guns. I don't have a problem with what Colin Kaepernick did. If you want to kneel for the flag, fine. It's the fact that people are trying to compare it to other shit that I have a problem with.
And John, what are you face palming about now? I can only imagine. Oh, I didn't tell you. I got the letter from Donald J. Trump today. It says from the White House about my stimulus payment I got a week or so ago.
I didn't get no damn stimulus payment.
You didn't?
Nope, I still haven't got shit.
How much did you make last year?
Well, I'm not going to say on camera what I made, but I should get one.
Give a rough estimate. You don't have
I'm
to
not
say.
going to say on camera, Andy. I'll text
Well,
it to you.
was it more than the allotted amount?
I'm not going to say on camera what I made last year, but just know that I should have a stimulus check coming.
Now, did you get your tax return paper check or direct deposit? Because it goes based on your tax return.
Paper?
If you got paper check, you might not see it until the end of May, at least.
What? I'm doing fine without the stupid $1,200, Andy. I'm 1,000 in there. I got thousands of dollars invested in stocks.
See, they screwed me on mine because I claimed head of household and I claimed my daughter. I should have got about 1,700. I got 951 is what I got.
I don't need their money. I don't own damn money.
They gave me the amount I would have got if I would have claimed single and no kids. And I didn't claim that. So they screwed me out of like $743. So maybe I should write Donald Trump back and say, hey, you guys owe me this much money.
Well, it's actually your money they're giving back to you because you paid taxes. So I'd like to have my $1,200 back that I already paid in taxes.
Jose Mendoza says, this is dab pen? No, this is just a nicotine flavor vape thinger. I got that so I don't smoke too many of my cigarettes at one time. Yeah, I got direct deposit, John. I didn't get a check. But, Trump is a beast, someone says. BWO for life? What's BWO?
Something going around social Twitter and YouTube would say, "Oh, you're part of the BWO." You had the JWO, this little group on YouTube called the New World NWO. The JWO stand for Joker World Order.
I was gonna say NWO is New World Order. What's BWO? Black World Order?
The group of trolls. They come up with this world order, that world order, Joker's world order. Remember that? You remember that one YouTube channel I had? Joker. No, what was it? JWO Raging Rob. Remember that? I don't upload videos. I haven't uploaded videos for years.
Oh, Beast World Order. He says.
Okay. Just a bunch of El Presador troll nerds,
Hey, we're back up to 10 viewers. These views keep fluctuating. It goes like 10, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 10.
I got famous with all that El Presador stuff, and since then I had a band of trolls that's just been following me ever since. So.
Yeah, I got some of your people that are subbed to me already too.
That's how I got into TTC, because TTC is a trash talking circle where it's a bunch of YouTubers make football videos Well, one of the couple of guys that are falling out press door, they try to got me into it. One of the guys' name was D Town. He doesn't make videos anymore, but you probably heard of him. You probably heard me mention him in some of my videos.
Well,
Circle. Yeah.
I was going to say, before we end this, what would you say to Gretchen Whitmer if you were face to face with her right now?
Oh my God, it's a tough one.
I mean, anything.
Anything?
If you couldn't get in trouble for saying anything to her, what would it be?
Well, you got two types of liberals. You got the ones that don't know what's going on but want to lean left, and then you got the ones that are actually that know what's going on, that are evil, that are paid by George Soros, and they're on a mission to destroy this country. And guess what, Gretchen Whitmer? Your days are numbered. You're a paid George Soros puppet, and the Patriots are liberating Michigan back. And your days of tyrannical rule are over. And that's the way it is.
And what about all these people that are in support of her?
They need to wake the fuck up.
All right,
Because they're
well,
going to the demise of themselves.
anything else you want to add before
about
we call it quits?
These people, these Gretchen Whitmer followers, they're the same ones that would get on the, when Hitler told the Jews to get on the train, the Gretchen Whitmer followers are the same one. Well, the government says I got to get on this train. They're going to help me, so they'll get on that train. If you get what I'm saying.
Most likely.
Everything they do is, the government says, Gretchen Whitmer said this is going to help me, so I have to wear a mask. I got to stay 6 feet apart. I got to do this. I got to do that. It's all for, they're so brain dead, and to not, they not thinking for themselves, not questioning things like, well, why do we have to do this, But they're just, some of these Gretchen Whitmer followers and Joe Biden followers and these liberal followers are just so brain dead and so, they said, oh, I know what they want is best for me. They don't see that there's a global agenda to try to enslave us, okay? And they're using the media, they're using anything they can, including these politicians up here. Some of them are puppets, some of them are way up here at the top. And the best way to keep a society a slave is to make them a slave when they don't even know it. And that's what's happening with these Whitmer followers and these Joe Biden followers. They're blindly just following right into the agenda, and they don't even realize it. And that's what I got to say to these Whitmer followers. And they can laugh at me and call me some kind of conspiracy theory nut. But how do you think Venezuela and these other countries got a hold of their people? They fell right into the agenda. And then they're going to fall right down the rabbit hole. Okay? Like, look what happened with New York and California.
Oh, speaking of Joe Biden, did you see recently he had a town hall meeting with Hillary Clinton and he fell asleep for 15 seconds? Like, I guess he put his head down like this. He closed his eyes for about 15 seconds and people were like, oh, maybe he was looking at something or whatnot. No, he fell asleep.
I didn't see that, but I wouldn't be surprised. This is the guy they want, 29 Democrats.
I mean, he's the same guy who, in one of his campaign rallies, didn't know what he was saying and said that we have to re-elect Donald Trump. And he's supposed to be against Trump. And he's telling his people to elect Donald Trump.
I didn't see that.
I mean, the guy talks about his leg hair and, all these kids were in the pool and they were feeling up my leg hair and this and that. And the same guy who likes sniffing little girls' hair and kissing kids and...
I can't see why anybody would vote for this pedophile. I mean...
And he doesn't know what state he's in half the time.
He's shy about it.
That's why he's got the nickname Creepy Dementia Joe Biden. I mean, and, say he picks Whitmer for his vice president, she's going to be our president. Say theoretically he were to win. Well, he would be found medically incompetent, therefore she would take his place and she would be president if she is who he picks.
It's not going to happen.
Well, that's why I said theoretical. Theoretically.
Democrats. This is the best I can come up with.
Yeah, and now Bernie Sanders, the person who was bashing Joe Biden, is now in support of him.
Exactly. They're gonna stick together, Andy. That's the way it is. They stick together.
And remember, Joe Biden is partnering with Beto O'Rourke, Francis, for his gun control initiative.
Yep. Let's see how far that goes. I
All
mean,
right.
do we want civil war?
Well, I think that's about it. Anybody who's watching, thanks for joining in. Share the video after the fact. Let more people watch it so you can see exactly what happened during the Lansing, Michigan protest earlier today.
And one last thing I want to add is for all the millions of people out there calling me terrorists, domestic terrorists, and this and that, and homegrown terrorists and all this shit. These people that are watching this, they were not there. All they seen what was on TV, the liberal narrative agenda. Guess what? I was there in person, off camera. Okay, so I know more about what happened in person than you do, and keep that in fucking mind.
Any social media you want to shout out of yours?
Well, you can find me out there. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. Raging Rob Kinnison. Just type in Raging Rob or Raging Rob or Rob Kinnison or Robert Kinnison on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and you'll find me. I got so many accounts because Silicon Valley keeps making a move on my ass. Now, why would Silicon Valley keep making a move on my ass? Why? Because they're afraid of the truth. And that's why the left hates us, because they're afraid of the truth. They can't handle it.
Alrighty. There you go, guys. There's what actually happened today earlier at the protest from the source of somebody who was there. So,
if anybody has any questions about what happened today, I don't care if you're liberal, conservative, whatever. Just feel free to find me on social media anywhere and ask me, and I'll tell you. And this is And let me just say, there's a rumor going around that some of these protesters were paid by the DeVos family. That is bullshit. Nobody paid me to be there. Okay, I came there on my own free will. Okay, I didn't get a check from anybody in the mail. Okay, so I want to make that clear. Nobody paid me to be there. We are not paid.
well, they're saying in general it was organized supposedly by them.
Bullshit. That's a lie.
They were saying that since the last one.
They said the same thing at the little meeting we had last week at the governor's meeting, that we were paid by the DeVos family to be there. I came there on my own free will. I want to make that clear. So if any liberal, conservative, whatever out there wants to know what happened, all you got to do is feel free to message me. And don't rely on the media, okay, what they want you to know, what they want you to hear. They have to question it. Well, the media said this. I guess I believe that. No, question somebody that was actually there.
This comment is probably directed toward you, I'm assuming, Rob. Prophet Ascending 420 says, free Milani.
Milani, oh. I got a new girlfriend. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
All right, one last time, your social medias.
Raging Rob, Rob Kinnison, Robert Kinnison. Anywhere out there. Gab, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube. I'm out there.
All right, guys.
I'm even on TikTok. I'm starting to go back on TikTok. So,
well, that has been Freedom 365 episode 6. So thank you guys for tuning in to this live edition with a source from today's events. Figured you could hear, so to speak, you could hear it from the horse's mouth. I know people are going to take that out of context now against you, but
go for it. Go for it. Take whatever they're going to take whatever I'm going to say and push it for their stupid agenda. Do what they're going to do. Slander me, whatever.
Real quick, John says, imagine a second wave and we all have to go back inside. There's going to be a second wave because all these people that have been staying home, they might get it, but it's going to happen anyway. But anyway,
that's why.
Anyway, that's it. That's enough. Thank you guys for watching. And
to the liberals that's going to use my words for their stupid agenda, guess what? It's going to come back to them. It's going to be their own damn demise. Let me just say that.
What all right, guys.
It's going to collapse on them.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sure Rob would as well. To all his channels, find him. He told you how to find his social media. Search Raging Rob. Everything will come up. Share this video, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And see you guys in the next episode.